Jason from Flour Gold Wizards sent me 160 grams of gold and asked me to refine it for him. So why don't we go ahead and do that next. What I have in here is a little over 300 grams of silver with some copper. Went ahead and melted a small sample of this gold, 10 grams, ended up with 9 grams after the black sands, and impurities were melted off into the borax. So doing some math, we're gonna dilute this gold to 6 carat and dissolve it with nitric acid. You'll see that next. Here we go. Before I put $10,000 worth of gold into a furnace, I'm gonna go ahead and put this into a graphite crucible and change it up. We've reached the point of no return. 16.8 grams of ball mill gold. I think I happen to know where Jason got that material from. And I also know where this 150 gram jar of gold is from as well. Let's go. The point of no return. Sheesh. Gonna heat up the crucible a little bit, get it nice red hot, mix that metal up with a graphite stirring rod, and then pour it into cold tap water. Well, I guess cold for Arizona standards, about 75 degrees, 85 degrees. And we will have a gold, silver, copper alloy. We're importing this gold to basically dilute it so the nitric acid can get through, dissolving out those base metals and silver, leaving us with very nice quality, high purity gold that we are going to further refine. We'll catch up with you a little bit further in this process. Well, Flour Gold Wizards, definitely no going back now. Catch up with you when we get to a pour here. We've got our imported gold. Looks very ugly, but it's gonna look beautiful. Imported gold and some distilled water, and it's time to get the acid. Some old nitric. It's got a little yellow on us. It's quite alright. Here we go. Adding nitric acid. A little angry. Thought that was silver chloride at first, but it's just some silver dust. Here we go. Take a look at what we got here so far. Starting to look good. Nitric acid blood number 2, here we come. Nitric boil number 5. Gosh dang it, that is looking beautiful. Here we go. It's just going to be a bunch of rinsing and repeating of this process, and it is dark. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to continue filming this. However, I will catch up with you as soon as I am done getting all that silver and copper out. That'll be in the morning. So have a good evening, and we'll catch up with you when we're done. If you're wondering what this container is, it's got some silver in it, and it is using up any excess, or any excess nitric from this process right here. Gosh dang, that's a thing of beauty right there. It's so much gold too. That's good. I've got a anti-wind barrier set up here in the tote. It's getting pretty windy. We're getting pretty close. I do see some contamination that didn't dissolve. I believe it's from the crucible stuck in the matrix. You can probably see a couple little gray pieces in there. That's all fine. We'll get that out when we filter this solution. Gonna add some hydrochloric acid to this beaker. We did 8 nitric boils last night. I know it says 5. I just stopped marking it. We did 8. Took us from 5:30 p.m. to 2:45 a.m. to dissolve that copper and silver out of there. Adding hydrochloric acid with a shot of 50 ml nitric right now. Also adding a couple drops of sulfuric acid. That'll precipitate out any lead as well. There we go with the nitric. real time. There is metallic gold floating on the surface. I'm gonna put some ice in here, cool this down a little bit, filter it off, and then I've got the rest of the solution cooking. There's some chunks that I separated off. They were taking a little bit longer. Added some more acid, but this is good to go. Get some of this junk out of there. As you can see, we've got some cloudiness in here. I've got some wrap on these guys. Oh, you guys might have seen I had a little bit of trouble with that first filtering. Got to have the right equipment for the job. There's still sediment in there. I just went ahead and ordered a new pump filter, and that'll be here in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold off on doing anything on this till I get that pump tomorrow. And then we'll refilter it, drop it out, and we'll go from there. Man, almost lost it. The good thing is we absorbed it on the papers, and we'll refine those papers, and it'll make another video for us. We are looking like we're cooking. Amazon delivered. I grabbed an old vacuum pump from from work. We got some stuff settled out, which looks good. That's why it cleared up. And we're gonna filter that on through. All right, here we go.
Not terribly hard. Looking good. Go ahead and top this off. Yeah, this is the kind of pressure it needs, not a full negative atmosphere of zero vacuum. I think I was trying to pull on it, you know, so.
Yeah. I gotta filter it all.
Oh yeah. And would that spray called?
It's just a Boss sprayer bottle. Thank you. Got a crystal clear, beautiful solution. Chloroloric acid with about 3.6 troy ounces. That's what I'm estimating us to get here. Gonna go grab some SMB, some stump out, and we're gonna drop the gold out for the first time. Let's go. Time to drop the gold. Look at that, dude. It's just... Oh yeah, there's a ton of gold still. Ton of gold. Ton of gold. All right. Ah, excess nitric you have, are you? Mikey don't like you. Mikey don't like you. Okay. There we go. That left one's looking like it's done. Oh, I knew there was going to be some excess nitric, just not that much. And that right one looks like it's done. Okay, cool. Sure, we'll test. We have the Stannis for that. So. Oh yeah, that looks pretty dang clean. And it is. All the gold dropped out of that one. And the smaller beaker looks good. No reaction there. Looks good. All right, we'll let these settle and pour off the solutions. And we'll catch up with you once we do that. Well, I'm just sitting here working away. I forgot I was in time lapse. Got most of the gold poured off here and getting it into this tall beaker for a second refining. Pouring off into a gold refining waste container that I will filter out and get all the superfine gold out of and refine at a later time. Just the floating gold dust, basically. But wow, that is a lot of gold. That is the most gold I definitely have ever refined, for sure. And I'm getting a low battery warning on my phone. Okay. Let's take a look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go. Now I don't know about dissolving over 100 grams of material in a 1,000 milliliter beaker. I'm gonna switch this all back to this beaker here. I know I'm super indecisive. Whatever. I never just refine this much anything. I mean, I've done a lot of silver, but it's a lot of gold, folks. And as you can see, with some of my amateur setups and mistakes, you know, I've never done this much gold. So, learning along with me, guys. Don't make the same mistakes. Have the right glassware. But this has been a lot of fun. And a lot of learning. Come on. Okay. Got it. Okay. That right there is close to 3 nines fine, if not already high purity gold. And we're going to dissolve it one more time and filter it again. So let's get it on the hot plate. Add some hydrochloric acid, some nitric acid, and sulfuric acid, and redissolve this. I don't know if I'll be able to get this whole dissolve sequence on film since my phone is dying, but I'm going to start by adding about 20 milliliters of nitric, or like 25, and see what that does. Here we go. Here we go. This is real time, and it is not going to take long for this to work. But I want to do incremental dosing of nitric. I don't want to go way over, since my hot plate is having a hard time keeping up with the heat, and I don't want a bunch of excess nitric like last round. It is angry. Very, very angry. Alright, so this will be a repeat of the last round, and I'll catch up with you when this is done. So I've added one more dose of what I think should be the rest of the nitric to get this dissolved. I'm gonna get my phone charging and then try to get what I can back on the time lapse. Gosh dang, look how good that looks. I wish it was a little hotter. Adding some hydrochloric acid and trying to reduce this down. I don't know, is this a lot of gold in what we started with was like 300 milliliters of hydrochloric acid. I had to add some hydrochloric acid to get the nitric kicked off again and rehydrate it. So I need to boil this hydrochloric acid down, this excess, to try to drive off any nitric. And that's what you see this kind of going on here. Getting rid of the nitric. If I had a little bit more life in my hot plate, it'd be going a lot faster. What you're looking at here is over 3.5 ounces of pure gold in Aqua Regia, second refining, going to 24 karat gold. There it is. I'm gonna get some ice, we'll filter it and drop the gold. I'm gonna get this transferred over into this cleaned out 2,000 milliliter beaker. Got a couple cubes of ice left. Our filter did have some gunk in it, and it's a good thing we Went back and redissolved it. There's definitely some trash in there. All right, SMB going in. Here we go. Stainless looks clean and clear. We'll let it settle out and check it again. Here's a pretty sight. That's a lot of gold. There's even like a mirror on the beaker. There it is. Whew. Gonna have to wash this off a couple times, and then I'm gonna dry it all out because I'm gonna pour it into a bunch of different things. We've got our little hydrochloric acid wash boiling here. It's been going on for about 20 minutes. Nice like this, finally. Gonna pull it off and then do a distilled water rinse, boil, and we're done. Looking so good. Look at all that gold. Phew. Holy smokes, guys. Done. Done with the chemicals. Whew. Wow. I mean, I don't have much to say. Besides telling you what I'm going to be doing next, which is boiling this in distilled water, and probably twice, to get any extra hydrochloric acid off of it, so when we melt it, it's not gnarly. Gosh dang it. That is absolutely stunning. There it is. I'm gonna get it drying. I can breathe a little bit easier. These are from all the pour-offs and what's settled out. I'll melt that into a button. It needs to be refined again, but That's the good stuff in a super clean glass dish. I'm gonna drive off the rest with some heat. I'm stoked. Man, it looks so good. Got a new hot plate. Drying the gold. My wife said, "It looks like mud." Like, yeah, we gotta melt it before it looks really good. It does look like mud though. This is the most gold I've ever refined in my life. First crack at it. The most I've done before this was something like 10, 11 grams. This is over 3 ounces, easy. Here's our numbers. Starting weight of 167.6 grams. I did a 10 gram sample. It was about 10% black sands. This is how I did my incortation math. So this is what I'm basing everything off of. 75% concentration at 18 karat minimum. That brings it down to an estimated yield of 113.13 grams of pure gold. I have not weighed it up. Had to go get a scale that went above 100 grams. All right, moment of truth. Let's weigh it up. All right, here we go. Oh. Oh good, it'll fit. I always love the square dish and the round dish mixing. But when they're mating sizes, oh dude, let's go. Dude. $125 grams of pure gold. Let's go. That's awesome. All right. Now we can melt it. 1 troy ounce bar, here we come. Time for melt. Well, my buddy's oxyacetylene torch that I was set up to use just didn't want to work. Regulator blew out or something. That's why you were seeing me struggle to melt this. But this is a little less than an ounce bar. But I don't care, man. Look at that. Ooh, you can see me. And it had a little whale tail stuck to the melt dish, which is freaking, dude, that is awesome. So I'm just gonna keep this as is. First two, that is stunning. Pure 3/9 fine gold, man. Of course, my phone froze while I was, or overheated while I was doing that, so let's watch the early melt. It's really cool. This is a 10 gram. Look at that. The phone keeps overheating, but there's that 10 gram button. My deepest apologies to all the viewers out there in YouTube land, but my phone just keeps on overheating. Another little button there. Little like bar. Got another whale tail. Failed half-ounce par. All the big pours, those 2 bars right there, I've had a whale tail with. But you know what? These are kind of cool because I've pulled them out of the melt dish with my burning hot fingers, and it's made like, it reminds me of pulled candy. So there's some candy for you. Oh yeah, looking golden. I believe in Goldmember, this is when he had his unfortunate smelting accident. Right about now. Hey, you can see me. Hey. That's it. Alright, I'll go ahead and start putting them on. Go this way. Start here and go that way.
Good job. Uh-huh.
Heavier. 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 Heavier.
Yay! What is it? A game? To buy it?
Heavier.
I'm not gonna buy it.
Ooh.
Heavier.
We have other games.
Ooh.
Heavier.
No.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
125. Oh, we got it. 125.
Yep.
Oh yeah. High five, bro.
Don't fall. You're like right on the edge.
Leapfrog presents the Human Body, Captain Plasma's Adventure. Climb aboard the flight vessel with Captain Plasma, R.C. Below, White Ninja, Lady Clayton and Red, aye, Captain, and explore our amazing party missions.
So climb your water bottle.
7 systems of
Go to bed.
Now you might be thinking, Mike, what are you doing? There's one more step. Sulfuric acid boil to get all that borax off. See all that white stuff? It's the sulfuric acid eating all that borax off. Kind of hard to see, but there you go. That's the borax coming off. All that floating stuff.